Hey everybody, Julio DeSanctis here. Welcome to Hodgkin's 2 Electric Boogaloo. I don't know what day we're on at this point, but I'm a couple weeks removed from my first round of chemo, and I shaved my head because my hair's falling out in clumps. Only a matter of time before I'm bald. But we're not going to talk about being bald today. We're going to talk about God. The reason we're going to talk about God is because, it was just last week that I was told about my 50-50 proposition on the T cell slash stem cell treatment. So God's been on my mind a lot. I thought I'd tell you the story of the night that I cursed God and turned down a night with a Hooters waitress, all within a couple hours of each other. Before I start that, though, I want to say I have not prescribed any really given theology. I was raised Methodist, but whether it's Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, I don't really care. I don't know who's got it right. I don't know if the Taoists have it right. I don't care. I just know I believe that there is a higher spiritual plane to this physical existence. And the reason I believe that, and I don't know if it's a monotheistic or a polytheistic world above, but the reason that I believe that is because I have had moments in my life where I have, as religious people say, been filled with grace, or have felt the Spirit move in me. So I don't know if that was a single God pounding away inside me, or if I was getting double teamed by a couple of higher powers. But either way, and I know that saying shit like that is the kind of thing that gets people going and goes, "Oh, this guy, if he cursed God and he talks like that, he's never getting into heaven." But I also think if there is a higher power in this world, whether it's one or more than one, uh, chances are it's got a pretty good sense of humor about things. And also, I would think that they would understand that part of the human condition is, the unwillingness to just accept authority in all places. I mean, certainly I have a huge problem with authority in everyday life. So the idea that there's, some higher power with authority over me, fuck that, right? I mean, I didn't sign up for that bullshit. But anyway, so that all that being said, I believe that there is a higher power to this world. I don't know what it is. And here's the time that I cursed God. So I had gotten to LA 19 years ago, and within just a couple of weeks of moving here, I found out that my father had been diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer, and basically made him terminal. As you can imagine, that I was pretty pissed. I reacted to that news by then getting stinking drunk, and uh, I went into a Hooters in Long Beach, and I could be overestimating this. Maybe she intended to roll me for my wallet and keys because I was so drunk. But hey, the joke would have been on her. I was drinking on a credit card that night, and as much as I love my pickup truck, it really was kind of a piece of shit and ultimately worthless. So it seemed at least that she was into me, asking questions like, "I'm getting off soon. What are you doing after this? We can have a drink at my place," that kind of thing. And as much of a layup as that seemed, I was like, "No, thank you, miss. I'm going to keep drinking when this place closes. I appreciate your interest, but that's not happening tonight." That's pretty much what happened. I went to a different bar after Hooters closed, got even drunker, and then eventually stumbled back to my place. Along the way, I committed a couple acts of public vandalism while in just a blind rage over the news of my father, cursing God all the way. I smashed a one of those movie poster things that you get at the bus stands, and tipped over those bolted down news racks where you used to be able to get the LA Weekly. They're bolted to the cement, but they do come up if you put your shoulder into them. I'm not recommending you try. And then I laid low in my apartment in Long Beach for a little while because, as crime riddled as Long Beach was back in 2002, somehow or another I was worried that they were on the lookout for me because of my petty vandalism. So I cursed God. Now I'm praying to God. And this is not the first time in the time in between that I've prayed to God. I prayed to God 10 years ago when I had cancer before. We've prayed to God when we were trying to conceive a child. We've taught our daughter about religion a little bit, taken her to church. She says her prayers most nights. So I'm hoping that whatever God is above, that he suffers hypocrites, if you will. and that he will allow for the or I'm saying he, it could be a she, it's a nothing, it's a it. God is the ultimate here's the thing, think about this. God is the ultimate non-binary being. Hey, that fucking blew your mind, evangelicals, didn't it? Yeah, because if God creates everything, it's non-binary. It's not man, woman, not anything in between. It's a they. It's a them. So, all that aside, I'm praying to God, hoping God's okay with me cursing them in the first place, me cursing them in the first place. But I have yet to introduce in the last several weeks the idea that my daughter, who does say her prayers when we can remember to do them, has been praying for me to get better. Because as much as I like the idea of my daughter praying, I I don't love the idea of her praying for me to get better and have it not come true. Sorry, a little less funny today, I guess. Anyway, whatever it is that awaits us on the other side, I don't know if it's going to be, I'd like to buy the world a Coke, Kumbaya, John Lennon's Imagine, and the United Colors of Benetton all rolled into one, where we all just get along. And maybe there's no power structure in place. Maybe it's just all spirits and souls just kind of coexisting in harmony as opposed to the chaos and randomness of this world. Or maybe there's, maybe there's one big deity. Maybe it's set up like the five families in New York. I have no idea. But if you are of the praying kind, I will take it. I'll take your prayers if you're willing to give them, offer them up. If you believe in Allah or Ganesha, Vishnu, Buddha, whatever, superheroes, ancient aliens, I'll take it all. Put the good word in for me. So, anyway, that's it for today. That's what's on my mind. Fuck cancer, right? Yeah. So I'll be here tomorrow, every day after that, till we beat this thing. Keep fighting the good fight. Take care.